Senior Moments, sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group on News Talk KVNU, 102 FM and 610 AM.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Senior Moment Show. My name is Bryce Patton, here with my wonderful co-host, Sid Roeder. How are you?
I'm having a great morning. How about you?
I'm wonderful. Yeah. It's kind of crazy, you know. They're remodeling the radio station here, and so it's a little different.
Yeah, it is different, but it's super pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's coming along. It's great. Well, we have a wonderful guest who's been with us before, but before we dive into that, do you want to tell us about the Empowering Seniors Group?
Absolutely. The Empowering Seniors Group is the sponsor of this radio show, and it is a group of people that has dedicated their time and effort to provide information to seniors, their family members, caretakers, and really all the great people that listen to us every Saturday morning. And our guest today is a member of the Empowering Seniors Group. We're so excited.
Yeah, well, thank you for doing that. Yes, we have Heidi Stimson with Next Level Health and Fitness and Wellness. Sorry, I need to get to the gym. That's what it's saying.
Me too.
Next Level Health and Wellness with us. Welcome back to the show, Heidi.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Hey, can you just do a little brief overview of what you do for someone who may be tuning in for the first time?
So I am a functional nutritionist, and what that means is I'm looking at function in the body, not just diet. We run labs. We look at how your body is functioning to figure out why you have the symptoms that you're having, and then we create an individualized plan to help you feel better.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I love talking to you all the time because this subject is super interesting to me. And the one thing that always obviously comes up when you're looking at that is gut health. Do you want to dive a little bit into gut health?
Yeah, that's a topic I could talk about for hours and hours. So, and it honestly, statistically, 70% of the population reports some type of digestive discomfort, whether that's bloating, constipation, diarrhea, those fun things, feeling like food just sits stuck in your gut. That's 70% of the population dealing with these symptoms. It's like 60 to 70 million Americans have some type of digestive disease. So there's a lot of people out there struggling with gut issues.
So how, I guess, is that just like something, hey, my stomach doesn't feel good, or is this ongoing things that are going, and how do you figure out if there's something actually wrong?
Most people that I talk to have been dealing with this for years, and they've been to the doctor, they've run tests, everything comes back fine, or even imaging. It's like everything is fine on imaging, but I don't feel well, and why am I bloating? And then you're told that you have IBS. And when people end up in my office...
Can I stop you right there? For someone who doesn't know, what is IBS?
It's irritable bowel syndrome is what that stands for. And I'll tell you, a lot of people think it's just a diagnosis for we don't know what's wrong with you. And that's the opinion of a lot of people who come into my office. And what we call it is a functional diagnosis. It is... We know there's something going on. We can tell you what's going on to some extent, but we don't know why. So it really doesn't answer for the why. It's a functional diagnosis, which is true. And this is my own story. Like, I was diagnosed with IBS 25 years ago, and it's kind of what's brought me down this road is I figured things out. I was told to just carry Imodium in my purse. I had to plan outings around where are the bathrooms. So it's kind of miserable. And I'm like, really? Like, there has to be a reason for this, But what's fascinating is recent research is showing that we can link it back to some inflammatory event that happened, and it caused dysbiosis. And that just means imbalances in your microbiome. So your microbiome is trillions of different microbes in your gut that influence your health in pretty profound ways, we're finding. We can link it back to food poisoning, a food poisoning event that created this imbalance in your gut microbiome. It to a stomach bug. You got the stomach flu 20 years ago, and you've been dealing with bloating and pain ever since then. Antibiotic use, high stress period. You know, I have a lot of people come in and it's like, when did these issues start for you? And it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago. What was going on in your life at that time? And they're like, oh, you know, I was going through a divorce, or I was going through something that caused a high stress event in their lives. And they're now saying those are the cause of IBS. So what's really interesting is that the infection goes away, but in some cases it triggers an immune response that doesn't fully turn off. And that response can actually affect the nervous system in the gut. So these nerves in your gut are responsible for coordinating movement, so keeping your digestion moving normally. So now you're not dealing with just digestion, you're dealing with the signaling responses in the gut to keep everything moving and flowing naturally. There's something called the migrating motor complex, and I know it's basically the gut's cleaning waves that come through after you eat a meal. It happens at night, and when those nerves are disrupted that are regulating that wave doesn't work the way it should. So things can just kind of sit. They can ferment, and that fermentation causes bloating and gas pains, and then we start to see food sensitivities. So your gut just starts to become highly sensitive to the environment, and you're like, gosh, I used to eat this food all of the time, and now I can't eat it anymore. It seems to cause a reaction. So food and bacteria aren't moving properly through the gut and cleaning out, and it starts to build up in all the wrong places. And years later, you're still dealing with bloating, pain, sensitivities, unpredictable digestion, because the infection really is still there. We have not addressed the imbalances that infection created. And because the system that regulates movement and balance in the gut has never been able to fully reset. And that's really the underlying cause of IBS.
Yeah, we're already, that sounds catastrophic in my mind. Mm-hmm. So I can't wait to come back after the break that's coming up here and finding out what kind of hope there is, because it sounds like these chronic problems that you have that have taken years and years, it might also take years and years and years to fix it, if even possible. But again, this is the Senior Moment Show. We are on our first break here. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
It's tough knowing how to care for an aging parent. Mom has always been there for me, but now I need to be there for her. When we found out she needed surgery, I wondered how I could attend to her needs and still be mom to my kids. I was so relieved to learn about transitional rehab at Maple Springs in North Logan. From the nurses to the physical therapists, it was like their whole staff was focused on helping Mom get better. Maple Springs in North Logan was an answer to my prayers.
Learn more at maplespringsnorthlogan.com or call 753-9400.
Are you tired of feeling unwell and not knowing why? At Next Level Health and Wellness, we hear you. We specialize in uncovering the root causes of your discomfort, whether it's gut health, hormone imbalances, or emotional and mental blocks. With personalized plans, advanced lab testing, and evidence-based holistic nutrition practices, we guide you toward lasting health and wholeness. Awaken your healing potential with a team that listens, understands, and supports you wherever you are. Visit nextlevelhw.com to start your journey to feeling better today.
This is Oliver with Cache Valley Pharmacy. We're working with Cache Valley's own Focus Pharmacology and CacheMedical.org to help you lose weight the right way with supplements that support your weight loss journey and easy telehealth appointments from the comfort of your own home. When you think weight loss, think Cache Valley Pharmacy, your partner for a healthier, more confident you. Visit us at CacheValleyPharmacy.com or go to CacheMedical.org to start your weight loss journey today.
Need a helping hand? The Bear River Association of Governments, also known as BRAG, is here for you.
They assist seniors with in-home services, provide utility bill relief through the HEAT program, and offer rental assistance to keep you housed.
Need help with tax prep? Their experts ensure you get the refund you deserve. And for veterans, they're here to connect you with the benefits you've earned.
BRAG is your local resource for a stronger today and a more secure future. Call today or visit bragg.utah.gov.
Getting around your home should be easy and safe. At RT Med Mobile, they provide wheelchairs, stair lifts, ramps, and electric lift chairs to help seniors maintain independence and comfort. Their friendly team offers free in-home consultations to find the perfect solution for you or your loved one. Locally owned and here to help. Call 435-260-6171 today. RT Med Mobile, because your mobility matters.
And welcome back to the Senior Moment Show. My name is Bryce Patton, here with Sid Roeder, as well as Heidi Stimson from Next Level Health and Wellness. I got it right this time. Heidi, you've been telling us all about some of the issues with your gut and IBS and different things. And if anyone's curious and wants to reach out and know more, what's a good way to contact you?
So probably the best way is jump on my website. It's www.nextlevelhw, all one word.com. Let me say that again, nextlevelhw.com. I'm happy to talk about some of your symptoms and issues, let you decide if you want to work together. There's a free initial consult link on there if you just jump on and schedule. That's the best way to get in touch with me. My office is in North Logan, 187 East, 1600 North, and you can catch us during our office hours at 435-774-2240.
Oh, perfect. So I'm curious, we were talking about gut health before and how you just don't feel good or maybe you have to plan your day around the bathroom, but oftentimes people just think, I would probably be guilty of this too, is I'm just going to suffer through it, it's no big deal. But does your gut health have more of an effect on the whole body, or does it just stay right there, I don't feel good?
The gut has an impact on the entire body. I mean, a lot of diseases we can trace back to the gut. Digestion and absorption alone is so important for if you're not digesting well, if you're not absorbing nutrients, you're going to see health issues down the road from a lack of nutrients getting in. But also that microbiome, what we're finding, and this is relatively new research, but has a profound impact on our overall health. These microbes are not just in there. I mean, they play so many roles in our health, including helping digest that food and break that food to release the nutrients from the food that get into your body that help nourish you. They can eliminate toxins before they get in. They release or produce compounds through their own digestive processes that are anti-inflammatory, or they have an impact on our health. Some of these are called short-chain fatty acids, and I'll give you an example of one that we hear a lot about. Supplement companies are picking up on this, and now we have it in a supplement. Butyrate is one of those. It's very anti-inflammatory. It's foundational for repair in the gut, and we're finding that it impacts like blood sugar regulation and things like that. So, I mean, looking at if you're type 2 diabetic, there's definitely likely some dysbiosis, which is imbalances in those microbes in your gut. Looking at research, we have a gut-liver axis, and we're talking about the microbiome communicating with the nervous system, communicating with tissues in your body. So there's a gut-muscle axis, a lot of people have heard about the gut-brain axis, but there's basically communication from your gut to every single system in your body. So it has a huge impact on health. And there's just some these microbiome, like I said, it's relatively new research. I mean, we just classified everything ending in 2017. And so the last 10 years has been just what are these microbes doing in our body? And just animal studies, I was telling you guys this example before, but taking a mouse or rats, I can't remember what it was in the study, but genetically similar, they're twin rats, but feeding them the exact same diet, didn't change the diet, but took an obese rat, did a fecal transplant, so took the microbiome of that animal and put it into the thin one without changing the diet at all. That mouse became obese. So these are animal studies. We have not seen this in humans yet, but I think we can likely say that it has a huge impact on our overall health.
Wow, that's impressive. Let me sideline maybe a little bit into how your analysis works for someone that's hearing all this and it sounds extremely overwhelming. So if I give you a call and I explain to you, whatever I'm feeling and we decide to work together, how does that look? What's your intake like?
The intake is quite extensive because I do want to look at, are there things in your gut that's affecting you? So that would determine the type of test that we do. But if we're looking at something like IBS, that irritable bowel syndrome, that you've been dealing with these issues for years, you've done the imaging, there's no answers for you, we would do a microbiome analysis. And there are functional medicine tests out there that look at a portion, and they use culture testing. So you're not getting a full picture of your microbiome with those. What you want is what's known as PCR testing. So it's looking at the entire genome of your microbiome, which, by the way, humans are about 20 to 25,000 genes, and your microbiome genetics outnumber your genes 100 to 1. So again, this goes back to they're playing a profound impact on our health, and we're barely beginning to understand what those impacts are. But as that research comes out, this PCR test is looking at your entire microbiome, so I can see if you have these inflammatory species that are part of a healthy microbiome, but they're overgrown, and the foundational ones that are producing things like butyrate are undergrown. So you're going to have a very inflammatory digestive tract in that case, like IBS. And so the goal is, and this is where the research is, we've got 2,000 studies a month coming out on the microbiome, and we're finding how to feed the strains that are undergrown, like which foods, which prebiotics. Lots of myths, but this is a whole separate radio show on what probiotics are and what they do, and what to avoid to help bring down those inflammatory microbes. And so it's just a very, very, very individualized approach. I couldn't tell you this is going to help you or that's going to help you. It just depends on what's happening in your own gut and what maybe if you had an infection years ago or that stress period years ago created this imbalance, and then we're going to figure out how to bring it back into balance.
Right. We're already coming up on our second break here. So really quick, how long does it typically take for that first initial analysis with all the testing?
It's going to take about a month. So you order the test online. I don't have this link on my website yet, but I plan to get it there as soon as possible. You order it online, and it takes about a week to get to you. And then you do the analysis, ship it back, and it's 2 to 3 weeks for that test to come back.
Perfect. When we come back, we'll make sure to have your contact information out there again for someone who's maybe interested in looking at those details. This is the Senior Moment Show. We are at our second break. I hope y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Did you know 1 in 3 people will visit a nursing home? Did you know that once there, they will stay there for an average of 3 years? Did you also know there are insurance options that can help cover this experience? Hi, I'm Tracy Ferris with Blue Water Health Insurance. It's not cheap to stay in a full-fledged nursing home. Long-term care insurance can help you or a loved one get the care they need and deserve. If you wait until you need it, you may be too late. Give me a call at 435-890-8155.
Are you tired of feeling unwell and not knowing why? At Next Level Health and Wellness, we hear you. We specialize in uncovering the root causes of your discomfort, whether it's gut health, hormone imbalances, or emotional and mental blocks. With personalized plans, advanced lab testing, and evidence-based holistic nutrition practices, we guide you toward lasting health and wholeness. Awaken your healing potential with a team that listens, understands, and supports you wherever you are. Visit nextlevelhw.com to start your journey to feeling better today.
Picture this. Your family's locked in court, fighting over your home and your assets because there was no plan. Don't let probate decide your future. I'm attorney Justin Wall with Wall Estate Solutions. Stay in control with wills, trusts, and smart planning that keeps your family out of court and your wishes protected. Get peace of mind today. Visit wallestate.law or call 435-294-0346. That's 435-294-0346. Your legacy, your plan.
You have a lot of options when it comes to buying or selling a home. Do you list it online, sell it yourself, or do you have a realtor help? It's a major financial and emotional decision. A realtor is the liaison between buyers and sellers and really helps you navigate complex contracts, deadlines, and disclosures.
Hi, this is Sid Roeder with Achievement Realty.
I work for you to get the best outcome for your situation. Let me earn your trust with a free consultation and a free market analysis. Call me today at 512-6406. Then list it, sell it, and move on.
This is Mark Thurston with White Pine Funeral Services. The best time to plan is when you have time to plan. Having a prearranged funeral gives peace of mind for everyone involved. White Pine will customize your final wishes to fit your needs, from a traditional burial to cremation to a custom headstone. White Pine also accepts prearranged plans from other mortuaries, and we will absorb any transfer or revocation fees. No penalty to you. Visit whitepinefunerals.com or come and see us for more information.
White Pine Funeral Services, here when you need us most.
I think Mom needs a little more help.
What I really need is a boyfriend who can drive at night.
Hi, this is Bruce with Comfort Care. With Comfort Care at your side, you can live your best life possible. We know families can't be there 24/7, which is why we can help with as little or as much home care as you need, so you can live in your own home on your own terms.
Could you give me a phone number? My daughter was texting.
Together with Comfort Care, you can live your best life possible. Call us today at 754-7676. That's 754-7676.
And welcome back to the Senior Moment Show. My name is Bryce Patton, here with my wonderful co-host Sid Roeder, and as well as Heidi Stimson, our guest from Next Level Health and Wellness. Heidi, you've been telling us all things gut, how it affects our whole body, how certain instances in our lives might affect that, and our body never fully recovers from it. So my question to you is, can this be repaired, and how do you go about doing it?
Yeah, definitely we can make improvements. And I like to start with shifting mindset first, because I do get a lot of people who come in that's like, something is wrong with me. And instead of asking, what do I take to stop this pain, it's asking, what does my gut need to function better? And you at home, without even testing, you can start with the little things that I feel like are so repetitive in our conversations here, but slow down. Support your digestion by slowing down when you eat. Chew your food thoroughly. I mean, that chewing your food 30 to 40 times, GLP-1s are kind of a big thing right now. That will stimulate your own digestion. GLP-1 is made in the gut, and microbes are involved in that production and signaling. So slow down, chew your food thoroughly. Don't try not to eat in a stress state. I'm preaching, but sometimes we just eat on the run, and I do that sometimes as well. But as often as you can, slow down, enjoy your food. Digestion starts in the brain, not in the mouth or not in the stomach. It's a psychological, when you're in a relaxed state, your digestion just works better. Fiber and variety, like variety and fiber are what feed the microbes in your microbiome. So that one I feel is so repetitive, like colorful foods, eat the rainbow. If you are one of these people who has become feels like you're sensitive and you're not quite sure what's affecting your gut when it goes in, we can look at that, but the goal is never to avoid food forever. And I'll say I have people come in that have been eating 5 foods, a list of 5 foods for 2 years. Your gut's going to be more sensitive if you're doing that because you're not training it. The goal is and we use prebiotics. Again, not enough time to go into any of these, but prebiotics are what change your microbiome. Probiotics do not. Probiotics do not seed the gut. They do not become a permanent species in there. They're releasing some of those compounds like butyrate. So they're more like a temporary visitor in the gut that's going to help with some of your symptoms while we address the imbalances. But we may need to remove foods that you're sensitive to for a time, but I would never do an elimination diet that's gone on for 2 years. We've got to look deeper if you're dealing with that. So it can involve identifying triggers and things like that and giving your gut space to calm down, to bring some of this inflammation down. And then, some people need deeper support, the testing, microbiome work, but a lot of it can start with these basics. And it works, you know. I have the people who come back to me and they've had pain in their gut for years and years, and they've been put on different medications and tried all sorts of things, and they're like, that pain is gone, you know. But I will tell you, it can take 3 to 6 months, you know, depending, because it's a process to make some of these adjustments. And I can tell you from my own experience, this is the trial and error that I've done with myself, and like I don't live that way anymore, having to seek, you know, plan my outings around bathrooms or anything like that.
That's great. So I'm a little curious because obviously you're dealing with a lot of people there. Do you have any exciting stories, obviously without names, that you can share, success stories?
Putting me on the spot. I have a lot of stories. I mean, that one was, I've had clients who have been in pain for years because their guts are so sensitive. And this one had been put on, I can't even remember what it's called. You guys may be able to help me, but like a stimulator, a nerve stimulator, because I do think it was related to her nervous system, but it's this hypersensitivity. And she'd been living with it for years and years. And that pain, she's like, it's gone. We're working on upper digestive concerns now, but that pain that she'd been through surgeries for and lots of different medications and solutions, and now is like, I don't have that pain anymore.
Oh, that's incredible. So what would you tell somebody that, you know, has been having stomach pains and is just trying to tough it out?
First, I would say let's analyze through my intake. Let's have a conversation so I can figure out, like, is this the way we would go with testing? But I don't see these gut conditions like IBS as something that you're stuck with. I see it as the body trying to adapt to something that never fully resolved. And when you start listening to it different, seeing it differently, then that's when things can change and we can make a difference there.
Super. Thank you, Heidi. Maybe just really quick, we've got 30 seconds, your phone number in case somebody would like to get in touch with you.
So 435-774-2240.
Thank you. This is the Senior Moment Show. Again, our sponsor is the Empowering Seniors Group. If you'd like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info. Sadly, this is the end of our show. I hope you learned a lot, and tune in again next week.